Hey guys, it's the Rebellion, and today we're going to talk about the Kalki avatar and Christ from Revelation and how all this relates to the world. Hold on a second. I'm about to go live on Facebook. The Kalki avatar. It's actually pretty dead on, actually. I'm going to read some verses for you. And I think it's going to be pretty cool stuff.
Hey folks, we have a good show for you here today. Hope it's nice where you are. We know a lot of the nation is experiencing such not great weather, and we truly are blessed to have the weather we have here today. It's nice and warm, sunny. Hope it's nice and warm and sunny where you guys are, not raining or snowing. Oh yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, here we go. I'm going to start the live video now. And let me open up my book here. And we will start our verses. All right. I chose an article for this one because it goes over all the major stuff. This is a pretty basic. Hey, guys. Hello, everybody. Nobody's here yet, but you will be. So I'm going to give it a few minutes and, see if anybody shows up. But we'll start looking at this. The apocalyptic horse rider, the appearance of the Kalki avatar. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can set this up like that. All right.
There we go.
Don't
jiggle him too much. He's kind of flimsy.
All right. Here we go, guys. I hope this is a good one for you. The apocalyptic. Hey, guys. Hey. I'm so glad you showed up. I'm just about to start. This one is about the apocalyptic horse rider. I'm using some from an article because they have the particular verses, and it's pretty right on with what I was looking to talk about. Okay, therefore, at the conjunction of the two yugas, the Lord of creation will take his birth as the Kalki incarnation and become the son of Vishnu Vyasa. At this time, the rulers of the earth will have degenerated into plunderers. Okay? And I'm not sure which one that's from. That's from some one of them. And that's what's interesting about that is, I mean, just in general, I would go out on a limb and say that the rulers of the earth were plunderers right now, because especially us here in the U.S., a lot of the tax laws and stuff that have been passed during Trump are just like, cronyism kind of stuff. It's they're paying less taxes than the middle class now, the rich people, and that's not. You're supposed to want to contribute to your society. That's how societies continue to go on. You have to contribute willingly. It shouldn't be something you're forced to do. You should want to give back. That's the whole point. Okay. Here we go. O Kivasa Ohari, who have assumed the form of Kalki, you appear like a comet and carry a terrifying sword for bringing about the annihilation of the wicked barbarian men at the end of the Kali Yuga. Okay. And here we go. Lord Kalki, the Lord of the universe, riding his swift horse, Devatata, and sword in hand will travel over the earth, exhibiting his 8 mystic powers and 8 special qualities of Godhead, displaying his unequaled effulgence, and riding with great speed. He will kill by the millions those thieves and rogues who have dared dress as kings. All right? So you get the idea of where we're going with all this. The appearance of Lord Kalki, the avatar or incarnation of Godhead, is foretold in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto, and described also in detail the Brahmanda Purana. Therein it gives predictions as to where he will appear, the village name, who his parents will be, what his mission will be, and how they appear. Okay. So let me jump to that one because that's kind of basically, right, we can talk about that and stuff for a few seconds. that's what's interesting about that is it basically says everything that one expects. The horse thing is in. I'm going to go at the end of this article. They go into it quite a bit. There's Christ as a rider on horseback with a sword is quite is imagery from Revelation. The being the son of the Godhead, the whole thing. It's identical. It's identical. Okay, and the only question, and he's an incarnation of Vishnu. Vishnu is the maintainer, but it also says in other texts it will say he'll change his, like, this is one from Oppenheimer. What Oppenheimer was quoting, Vishnu turned into Shiva, and then he was the destroyer of worlds. He was like, now I am God, I am destroyer of worlds. And so, in a sense, that Vishnu and Shiva and the Brahma are the same being, because it takes a lot of. It's basically like reincarnation, in a sense. Like, there's forms and then there's not forms, and which came first is that's sort of the question. Nothing came first, the chicken, and which came first, the chicken or the egg? And if you know anything about biology, you know that the answer is basically neither. So, and there are some questions about the length of the Kali Yuga, but from my research, it basically, the 4 ages from all of the mythologies and all of the things from around the world all match. They're all, you always have the Golden Age, the Silver Age, the Bronze Age, and then we're in the Iron Age now. We're coming out of the Iron Age. So, okay, if you go by the year, basically the 25,600 year cycle, which is the Great Year, then we're.
You might want to give them that real quick.
Oh yeah.
So.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Succinctly, guys, our solar system is, we got a sun and all the planets revolve around it. However long it takes each planet to go around, that's the cycle of our solar system. Our entire solar system itself, however, is on a big old loop around the center of our galaxy, and that loop takes a little over 25,000 years.
Yeah.
When we're as close as possible to it, we're as close to that light and that vibration, everything is golden and beautiful and joyous. When we're as far away from the light as we are now, it sucks.
Yeah,
so, in a nutshell, that's where it's at. We're basically as far away from the campfire or the light or, the nice warm cabin. We're out in the snowy woods where someone just shit in a trench and we stepped in it and there's something trying to chew on your leg. It's just not good times, but we understand this, we're moving through it, and this is what allows you, when you get to that really beautiful golden center, unfortunately many thousands of years past our time, but not for our civilization's time, it'll come around again. Enough said.
But listen, it's actually coming, a lot of it's coming now. The light, I know, is coming through now. That's a lot of what this is about. A lot of these things, other people, like Sadhguru talks about this, and he talks about the astrological symbolism of it, and that's true. There are, star signs that are, winged horses and things like that, and they are aligned with these time periods, and, and that happens. But the point, basically the entire point of astrology and what I've learned over the years is that everything that happens in the heavens repeats itself on Earth. And that might be because our ancestors were programmed in such a way as to accept that, but the energies affect our minds, and they mean certain things to us, and they trigger things within us. And people will be born who match certain things and who are incarnations, in a sense, because we're all a result of our environment, and the energies around us create who we are. They create on a genetic level even, So, one of the things about the end of the Kali Yuga is the Ganges will be utterly polluted, and it is. People will say it's not, and people will make excuses, but it's polluted. It needs to rest, And there's a lot of little signs like that all over the place. It's an energy thing, and from my personal vision, what I saw, several. Like 12 years ago now, I had a pretty incredible vision in which someone summoned me as if I was a spirit in a spell, and I was asked to do something. I was asked to open the gates, and I opened the gates, and the light. But the gates are our consciousness. The gates are the consciousness of humanity, and everywhere and everything. It's source consciousness, and we have a lot of evil stuff inside of our collective human and earthly consciousness. So when the gates get opened, a lot of bad things start to come out. Not just people acting bad, although that's part of it. That's what we're going to see the most of. But, sightings of strange things, because everything exists. It's just depending on what reality your soul group is tuning into. And the human soul group doesn't want to tune into most things because there's a lot of scary stuff out there. So it's like it does make sense. If you guys want to have any questions or have a comment, just throw it out there, because I'm totally here to listen too. I'm so glad you guys are here. Hey, everybody. All right, I'm going to go on. Hold on. Let me find the part I wanted to read. Okay, Lord Kalki will appear in the home of the most eminent Brahmana, which is a priest, of Shambhala village, the great soul of Vishnu Yasha. What that means is everybody's like, where will the Kalki avatar be born? Where will Jesus be born? Where will these people be born? If they're the same person, what this is saying is that he's going to be born in the inner earth. He's not going to be born a human being like us. The reason is because the energies are so twisted up here. Hey, whoever loved me, by the way. But the energies on Earth are not good. They're good for working out karma right now, but they're not good for you want a holy being. You have to be born in a more stable environment energetically. So, this is why Jesus being born a human being like us was such a big deal. This is why when he is born a human being like us, it's a big, big deal, and it's a big sacrifice for him. But it's the people in the inner earth have set up a situation in which they're able to preserve their DNA and their souls in such a way so that they're a little bit better off than us. It's environmental, a lot of it with them, but he'll be born there to a priest, and a priest there, you might not even know they were a priest. They would be a scientist. They would be like a wizard. They would be a lot of things, but they primarily are priests. And there's a lot of them down there too. So yeah, he will be born in the inner earth. When they say Shambhala village, they mean he'll be born in Shambhala. So whoever this is going to be someone that will appear semi-godlike to us, even though they're probably just as human, basically. But because of situations and things, we're pretty easily. This is where I want to get into technology in a minute, because there's some interesting technology stuff that you have to know about the Vedics, because there was a lot of stuff that people took to be like spiritual, which was just technology. Some of it's spiritual and technology, which is interesting. There's a lot of stuff that these people were mostly rather well-attuned people, it seems like for them until they die and ascend or something, whatever it is, however they do it. Okay. Displaying his unequaled effulgence and riding with effulgence, thank you, and riding with great speed, he will kill by the millions those thieves who have dared dress as kings. And this is the point, is that honestly, if you understood how our civilization is being run right now, things don't have to be the way they are. They don't have to be the way they are. It's because a very few people rule us, and mostly from secret. And it sounds so silly. But if you, over the years, I used to never believe in that people were stereotypes. I didn't think people really wanted to be stereotypes. But I learned differently over the years. I'll never forget the first time I went to a young.
She means not all guys. Sometimes.
Yeah.
She's autistic. She's just saying she never believed that any kind of person could.
Yeah.